everyone, it's Moose and thank you so much for joining me back here. Today I'm going to tell you all of the apps that I use to read. I used to only be like a physical book person, you know, have the book in my hands, flip the pages. But as I've gotten older, and especially since I've had kids, reading digitally is just so much easier and it's more accessible, and it's just like a gateway into different forms to read, different times to read. Because if I'm out in public and I like have a minute, I can just pull my phone out, open up a book and read it instead of like, you know, scrolling through social media or whatever. So today I'm going to share you all the different ways that I read. First of all, yeah, I do read physically. I do have books that I like to read in a physical format. I find this to be the case mostly with fantasy. Some of the world building and stuff is just too much for my mind to comprehend if I don't see the words themselves, especially when it comes to names. I'm terrible with names when it comes to audiobooks. So I read a lot of fantasy in the physical format. First up, let's go over some free options for you. Most people know about this. I'm going to go ahead and talk about it anyways. We have Libby. It is a library app. So all you need is a library card. Go to your local library, get a card, and you can input your information in here. And you have access to all of the digital books that they have on hand. They have ebooks, they have audiobooks, some, I guess. My library has like magazines and stuff like that. So they have a bunch of different stuff available to you for free. You do have to wait. It's just like a regular library. You have wait times and stuff like that. So you have to put books on hold. You have limited time to read them. I think 2 weeks is what my library does, but you can always recheck them out. If no one is waiting in line, if no one is like waiting in the queue to check that book out as well, they will let you renew it just like a regular library. So this is a great free option to do some digital reading. Along with that, I just discovered this, guys. I have no idea how I didn't know about this. I'm talking this week, like 3 or 4 days ago, I just found out about this. This is another library app. It's called Hoopla. Again, you need a library card for this, so go to your library, get a library card. You can input your information. You have access to a whole bunch of stuff. I use it, I'm currently using it for audiobooks right now. So they have audiobooks, they have ebooks. I think they have magazines as well. I think they even have like videos and stuff like that. Like I say, I'm very new to Hoopla, so I haven't like discovered all the ins and outs of it, but it is a good option, another free option to get some reading done. And I did find that they had the audiobooks I wanted to listen to when Libby did not. So there's that for you as well, for free. I wanted to listen to the graphic audio versions of A Court of Thorns and Roses, which can be expensive to purchase on your own. I looked into it and I was like looking up online, where can I listen to this? And Hoopla popped up and it's free. All you need is a library card. It's really silly not to use these services if you are interested at all in digital reading, whether through ebooks or audiobooks. They're free and accessible. I urge you, do it. do it. Next, I want to talk about a paid service that I use, but I still use it quite frequently. We have Scribd. Most people know about Scribd. I think they've raised the price. When I started using it, I think it was maybe like $9.99. I think it's now $11.99 maybe. They've raised it a few dollars. But it's basically Netflix for books. Again, audiobooks, ebooks, magazines, all that kind of stuff, manuscripts, PDFs, whatever. They have all of that for $11.99 a month. The only thing about Scribd that I don't like is a lot of the times they don't have what I'm looking for. I have thought about getting rid of it, but I still use it frequently enough to where I haven't taken that plunge yet. I might cut Scribd out. The only thing I like about Scribd is there's not wait times. So say Hoopla does have what I'm looking for, but I have to wait 5 weeks, I'll probably listen to it on Scribd instead. There are a certain limit, I think, of titles you can have saved on Scribd. But I haven't really found that to be a problem as long as you're actually reading what you're saving. The other thing I don't like about Scribd is things will come and go. So they'll put things onto their service and then the next month they might disappear. So say this happened actually with the graphic audios that I was talking about. I was in the middle of listening to A Court of Thorns and Roses on graphic audio. I was through the second one, Court of Mist and Fury. I had just finished that one. Was going to go listen to the third one and they had taken them off of Scribd. So when I started reading the series, when I started listening to them, all 3 of them were on Scribd. When I got to the next one, they had already taken them off and so I couldn't listen to them on Scribd anymore. So that's kind of frustrating because they don't always let you know like if these things are going to be taking off, so you can be in the middle of a series and then you just can't finish it on Scribd anymore, which is frustrating. I went through that frustration this week. A lot of the times though, they will say like leaving Scribd it's usually on the end of the month. So like April 30th, or leaving Scribd on like May 1st, you know, or if you're looking for a book and it's not currently available, they'll tell you like will be available on May 1st or whatever. So it does let you know a lot of the time, but that specific instance, not always, which can be frustrating. They do have a lot of the popular titles though, more so ebooks than audiobooks. They do have a lot of audiobooks, but I do think Scribd is better for ebooks. They have more variety in terms of ebooks, especially in terms of what's popular. If you're looking for like a instant gratification, I want it right now, I don't want to wait for wait times for like a library app, Scribd is a good option. But it does have its little finicky kicks. Next up, I have two apps that are kind of used for reading, but you have to go through some steps to use them. I have BookFunnel and I have Prolific Works. Prolific Works more so than BookFunnel. We'll get to that in a minute. Basically, these are for authors who are running like some kind of deal, and they'll like give you a code or a link to download a free copy of their book. Email lists are a good way to get books through these apps. I've never done it, but you could also probably just look up Prolific Works links or Prolific Works books or whatever and find what's available currently. Like I said, you do have to go through some steps. You might have to search for these a little bit more, but if you're looking for some free books, some kind of indie author books, these can be good options as well. Another option that I haven't personally used, but I have debated on using is Kobo. From my understanding, Kobo Books is kind of like Scribd. You pay a subscription fee and then you get unlimited access to ebooks, audiobooks, that type of thing. I've used it to like purchase one book individually. I don't have the subscription itself, but if you're looking for a subscription service, look into this one if you don't want to do Scribd. I might try this one out and have more to say later on, but for right now, I just know about it, thrown it out there in case you want another option. Lastly, I want to talk about Kindle Unlimited. Again, this is another subscription service and it's through Amazon. So it's only Kindle books and it's mostly indie author books, which is fine for me because I like indie authors. But if you're looking for more popular, mainstream, big publishing press books, this would not be the option for you. But it is a good deal overall. I think it's $9.99 a month. Unlimited access. You can only have so many saved to your queue at a time, but again, kind of like Scribd, if you're actually reading those, then I haven't found it to be a problem. You pay $9.99, you get unlimited access, you can read as much as you want. This is a good option if you're wanting ebooks. I haven't really found that it's helped me a lot with audiobooks because they don't have free audiobooks on Kindle Unlimited, and that's what I do with audiobooks. I very, very rarely buy an audiobook. I listen to what's available to me for free. So if you're looking for audiobooks, this is not so much for you if you don't want to pay for them. If you don't mind paying for them though, I'm pretty sure there's a way you can download the book to your Kindle Unlimited. You can download the ebook and then you'll get a discount on the audiobook version. So say the audiobook is usually like 20 some bucks. You download the ebook version through your Kindle Unlimited and then it'll give you a discount and you can buy it for like 8 or 10 bucks. So if you're looking for a way to not only read ebooks but get discounts on audiobooks, this is a good option too. So yeah, that's mostly how I read, a lot of audiobooks. Here lately, I've used Scribd a lot for audiobooks, specifically thrillers. Scribd is a good option for thrillers right now. Not so much fantasy, which is what I've kind of been itching for. I have been reading a lot physically this year, it's 2023. Since the beginning of 2023, I've read more physically than I have in a while. But I think that's also just because my kids are a little older, so I just have more of an opportunity to do so. Libby is always a go-to. Right now I'm using Hoopla. So yeah, I use most of these. Some of them I'm not as familiar with, but I did want to put them in this video just to give you those options if you feel like they're a good fit for you. There's a plethora of ways to read, and I know that there's more. If you have any more, please let me know. Like I say, I just learned about Hoopla this week, and I'm just mind blown that I just learned about it this week. I'm so just taken aback that I didn't already know about it. I kind of pride myself in knowing the different avenues to read, especially for free. I'm all about saving that money and reading what's available. So here you go. I hope you found something helpful. If you've been looking for different ways to read, I hope you find one of these useful. I hope one of them clicks with you and jives with you and works for you. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, be sure to subscribe down below and leave a comment. Let me know if you read through any of these or if you have a different one. Specifically, if you have a different one, please let me know. And maybe give me the little deets on it a little bit. You guys are awesome. I'm so, so thankful for you. And I'm blessed to have you here on my channel. We'll meet back here next time. See ya!